Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. 68 Camaro RS SS Pro Touring ridiculousness. If there's such a word, this is the word that applies to this car here, because as I walk around, I have 2 pages of the build on this car, and it just has an enormous amount of things done. And we'll check all this stuff out and look at some of that stuff. Anyway, fresh out of the paint shop. We just got it out just a couple days ago. It's still curing and things like that. We're still gonna finish the final buff, but check out that right there. This is like serious. Look at that, man. You can see what time it is. This is the way you buy a car. And what else too, check this out. Cleared over so you can barely feel the stripes. That way they don't tear over time, they don't wear out. It's all nice and good. And as you look at it, you go, well, I don't see any door handles. How do you get in the car? And I agree. How do you get in the car? And I think hopefully that they've come up with some ingenious way to get in. Oh, would you look at that? With the remote, window down, in you go. To me, I think that's kind of cool. All right, let's look at some of the cool stuff. So, this car has a lot of different features done to it. Take a minute, look at the car, look at the detail, look at the effort that's gone in to get it to this level here. So we'll start with things like the body line, how that's been changed there. The quarter panels are cut down, they're stretched, they're widened. We've gone with new Camaro emblems in here. These are 18-inch Budnick wheels with 2-piece Wilwood rotors, red calipers. And what I'd like to do, if we could, is look under here, because this is important. Check this out, rack and pinion steering. No old style steering box. It is set up to go. Big set of Budnick rims with the Wilwood brakes showing through there, the 2-piece rotors. G-force TAs in there to kind of handle the power. And the exhaust system, as we walk around here, I want to show you. The one thing you probably can't see, and you may need to just look at the pictures, this has the Curry FAB9, the fabricated rear end. It's a 9-inch guts with a fabricated center section and axle tubes. It just looks beautiful. First off, it's handmade and it looks great. If you get a chance to go on Curry's website and see it, it's trick. All right, come on back here and check this out. Check out the custom rear end here. LED taillights. You've probably seen it on TV, whatever. Whenever you see LEDs, it flickers on the camera. In real life, it's really bright. It looks great. Let me just, if I could, hit the brake lights for you real quick so you can see that. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Looks trick. Those are 69 Camaro Billet taillights. Modern emblems, hidden gas tank door. Underneath here, look at the way the exhaust comes out. Looks awesome. Fully adjustable coilovers, and you can pick and choose the ride quality and the height of the car. So if you like it a little lower, it can be lower. If you like it a little higher, it can be higher. Even the tag light works. Just little stuff. Right here, the gas door. Locking gas cap. Look how beautiful the front end's done. This is all custom done and in stainless, all right? And the headlights shine through. Upgraded lighting system. And more importantly, this car is easy to drive. First off, it's over 700 horsepower, okay? But it's all designed to work together. And the engine is smooth, the transmission is smooth, and the rear end is super heavy duty so that everything gets planted down. The car doesn't wiggle around when it goes down the road. When you get on the gas, it goes nice and straight, especially with the good steering system in there too. It helps you pilot it down the road. Plus it's lowered, it handles really nice. But what I want to do is, because you can't see a lot of what's underneath the hood, as far as suspension and things like that, because the car's low, we're going to take a peek under here first. Okay. Some details that you might see, you might not see, things like this. First off, it has air conditioning, which is a really nice feature to have, especially in a black car with a black interior. So this car is designed to run all day long. I want you just to see the magnitude of the radiator. The typical radiator, if you look in the front here, the opening is only this big. This radiator is 4 inches wider on each side. This guy wanted it to run cool. Twin electric fans here. And because you have air conditioning, sometimes people forget you got to put a condenser there and things like that. So it restricts some of the airflow. So that's why he wanted a bigger radiator when we built this car and dual electric fans. We don't have to worry about one fan or fan belt breaking or whatever. We got all of that covered. We got a billet overflow tank. All the air conditioning parts are down in here. Check this out. Here's a transmission cooler with its own electric fan with a temperature sending unit, which is hooked to the gauges in the dash. Brand new horns, stainless bolts, all detailed and painted nicely under here. But look how clean it is in here. The reason it's so clean is they've taken all the air conditioning lines, fuel lines and things like that and run it inside the fender, back inside the firewall back here, and check that out for that shot right there. Frames painted all gloss black down in here. Everything in here is just so well done. Billet master cylinder, aluminum heads, polished, super heavy duty power steering system here, not the regular Saginaw system. Look in here, we have a small pump here. Our fluid's kept over here so we don't have to have a big unit with the hose and everything like that. The Fender Wells are painted inside to match the outside of the car instead of just being painted satin black. When you open this hood, man, it is absolutely beautiful in here. But I really wanted you to see the detail. A couple other things. Could you come in here for a second? Check this out over here. Look at the coilover suspension, tubular control arms, all the billet pieces and things like that that are in place. You should see the size of the sway bar underneath. A giant sway bar here, and just set up to really, really handle nicely. I don't know, I get a little excited about this stuff because I know the amount of effort it takes to build these cars. You know, we received from the customer roughly $100,000 in receipts, and then we still had to finish the car. So we have plowed a lot of money into this ride, and I gotta tell you, for what it's priced at, it is the bargain in the entire facility. All right, let's check out the inside of the car. What you're getting is, don't forget, some really nice features in here. So the outside of the car is a spectacular car. We looked at that. We looked at the suspension, we looked at the rear differential, we've looked at the drivetrain, all those things, a lot of money spent on to make it really great. So once you get inside, did the guy cut corners? I don't think so. Because here, look, we're bound to tilt wheel, which is a billet steering column, right? In here, we have, let me turn on the power for a second. In here, we have our digital LED readouts for the shifter. Check out that. Air conditioning. This car has navigation, satellite, iPod hookup, speakers everywhere, full custom Autometer gauge dash. This is really a comfortable car. As a matter of fact, you don't need all these seat belts if you don't want them, okay? You only have to wear the lap belt. The other seat belts are in here, and in case you go to the track, you would be required to have that kind. But these are just regular seat belts. They just go on, you put them on, fold this over, and that's it. Super simple. This is nice too because it's the keyless entry that raises and lowers the windows, all right? And one thing I wanted to show you was, you see this right here? This is one cool trick piece. You see how this looks like a window crank? Well, the window crank is in place. They've modified it so that the switch is in there. So all you do is push this up or down to raise the window. How cool is that? It's showing 289 miles on it since its restoration. I don't know if that's true or not, but we got it and it was 3/4 of the way completed. I think they sorted out the drivetrain and things like that and ran out of money. That's the story I heard. The folks that bought this car, when the one gentleman ran out of money, traded in on a Pro Touring car that we had already built. They didn't have the time, effort, or knowledge to get it done, so we finished the car. And now whoever gets this car, man, is getting one awesome, awesome piece of iron. And you know, I've only touched on a few of the small things in here that make this car so great. But if you're going to build a car, this is really probably how you would do it. And I'd say the only thing that if you wanted to change anything, if you wanted to go to a modern set of leather bucket seats inside, that would be the only thing that maybe I would change to upgrade the interior if you wanted to. But other than that, they look great. You don't need to. I just throw that out there. That's a pretty easy fix if you wanted to. So a set of modern Camaro bucket seats in black would look really nice, but that's up to you. New headliner, carpets, dash pad, door panels, everything in here is just really, really nice. The vintage air setup that's billet here. Anyway, I'm rambling on and rambling on. Just a nice car. All right, so how about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. I want to show you a couple small things back here. Let's say you go to a car show, you're going to want to leave the windows down, you want to walk away, no problem. What you can do is, this has a cutoff switch right here. You push this button, kills the power to the car. Nobody's going anywhere with it. Turn it back on. Okay. I'm hoping the thief isn't watching this video. Anyway, with the remote too, you can open the trunk. Now check out what the trunk is done. It's just beautiful, all this stuff in here. And the stripes are painted inside there, which looks really nice. And by the time you get this car, this will be all carpeted. But I just wanted to show you, it's dynamatted. The frame is all tied up in here. This is more cabling for an upgraded digital sound system. So they ran plenty of wiring back here if you want to run some amps and things like that to stack back here. Battery's already in the trunk. You can just imagine the amount of time and effort that's gone into this car to get it to this place. And it's just an awesome car. And the one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to look down and see the stance of it. Just with the wheels tucked in there, this has been mini tubbed, so everything fits in there really nicely. The red calipers look great, the cross-drilled rotors. I mean, just keep looking at how much money is poured into this car. Fresh out of the body shop, paint's just been done. We're gonna give it a final buff, but we need to let it cure for a little bit. It just has a great stance. The back of the car is done nicely. To run down the list for you one more time, custom front end, custom rear end, power windows that are remote controlled, shaved handles, the rack and pinion steering, the upgraded power steering, four-wheel disc brakes, Wilwood with cross-drilled rotors and red calipers, the navigation, the power windows, the air conditioning. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Read the description of this thing, price it out for yourself. It's 2 or 3 years before someone can build you one, and guaranteed this car will be twice what you'll have to pay for it here. It really is. I know it sounds crazy, but this is like the bargain in the place. So anyway, if you can find a way to get a Pro Touring Camaro in your life, this could be the one. Call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.